Before we get into today's episode of Daily Brightness, we just want to say a huge thank you to Shaw for helping bring our podcast to life.
Obviously, this is something that we've wanted to do for a while. Teaming up with Goalhanger was an absolute no-brainer for us. But I think it's more just probably to get our points out there.
I think like before, Rach, it's about bringing Daily Brightness to life. And I think when we first invented it, if you like, it was all about communicating with each other, having that safe space to kind of be a little bit vulnerable and just showing our raw, authentic selves. And I think for us, the podcast is that. And that's why I think we're extremely grateful for Shaw to give us that opportunity and kind of bringing it to life and allowing us to now, you know, have it on a wider spectrum and connecting with the fans again. But also some of the things in the women's game that really need to be better and the problems and boundaries that we still face. And I think as players, current players as well, we can really touch on that and, you know, hopefully bring a little bit of attention. But ultimately it's just about sharing who we are as people. And yeah, like I said, we're really, really grateful that Shaw have given us this opportunity and supported us since day one.
Obviously, it's been amazing that Shaw have backed us from the start and all the way through this now. But exciting to have them be alongside us for this exciting summer of football. And they'll be with us every step of the way. So we're grateful for them to be alongside us sharing this journey as well. So thanks again to Shaw and thank you all for tuning in.
Welcome to the Rest is Football Daily Brightness. This is our first Q&A, Rach. We're so excited, guys, for all of your questions. Let's crack on.
This one's from Hayley from Newcastle.
Hi, Hayley.
Who are your 3 ideal dinner party guests? They can be football or anyone in general. I think this is a really good question.
Kevin Hart.
I knew you were going to say that.
I absolutely love him. If anyone can get me tickets for Kevin Hart, backstage, please do. Honestly, you know what I'm like. I sit and watch all of his shows on Netflix. I could reenact probably a lot of
It's so
scenes.
funny because
honestly, it has me crying.
One of mine would be a comedian. So do yours first and then I'll answer mine.
So I've got Kevin Hart. Maybe you go 1 and 1 while I think about it.
I thought you were going to say maybe you would be one of them. I thought, oh, that's nice. I'll come.
Save the best till last.
I was going to put you in there first, to be honest.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah? Do you know what I was going to... I'll give you my 3 if you want first.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
No.
So funny.
Yeah.
So funny. You and my dad.
Don't
Don't be sad. Just you do yours. Do yours.
Just move on. What?
She's crying now. Bloody hell.
I'm crying on the inside. I am actually crying on the inside. I'm having Kevin Hart, Rachel Daly. Do you know what I nearly said there? Rachel Whaley.
It's supposed to be a good Q&A anyway.
Inside joke. Guys, we will tell that story another time. We don't have time right now. But
tell it now.
All right, this was from the Olympics, and Rachel has this thing where if we're having a team photo and she's stood on the end, she's like, for God's sake, I look like Rachel Whaley.
No, we were in the Olympics and we had these horrendous outfits on and I was shoved on the end of this picture. And I don't know what happened. They must have zoomed out because everyone was just like in a normal proportion and I just literally looked like a whale. And I was like, oh, brilliant. Everyone start calling me Rachel Whaley from now on.
You've been stretched from the, like, you know, like, yeah, you can stretch from the hips.
But it's like everyone else was zoomed out, so it looked like they were all just like squashed and thin, and I was just literally looked like Mr. Blobby. Everyone lost it when they said that, didn't they? I still refer to that now. If I gain a little bit of weight, I'm like, Rachel Whaley's here again.
That was such a typical you thing. We're all sat there, we're all stood there smiling at each other. I better not look like Miss Whaley on the end.
Oh, I still do that now, honestly. There's a picture where I look a bit bigger. I'm like, Rachel. People will be calling me Rachel Whaley soon.
I never call you by your full name. That's why it came into my head, Rachel Whaley, because I called you Rachel Daly. Anyway, Kevin Hart, Rachel Daly, and... Oh my God, I'm stuck. Who would I have?
I mean, you could take Hayley from Newcastle.
Oh, Hayley, if you want to come. We'll come back to it. It's got to be a good one.
Yeah.
I've got to think about that.
Put you on the spot, didn't I? Right, you go on.
Right,
You got one for me.
My question. Naya from Salford. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I haven't, I do apologise. Can you talk me through your matchday hairstyles? Is it always the same look?
Right, I think you should go first because that is what people always ask you, don't they? How do you do your bun? Like,
can we have a tutorial?
Yeah.
Well, you've all got it now. So back off. No, I'm kidding. The tutorial was hard because I don't really have a lot to say.
No, you just throw it up,
I just do it, and you're like, oh, she's done it there 7 times already. It's not feeling great.
No, it's usually 4 or 5 times, and it's like,
literally, and then I'm like, I do that little
Yeah, I'm
flick,
getting
and
hot
then-
now.
Yeah, I'm getting hot. But yeah, mine is always the same. I always used to say I wasn't a superstitious person, but I actually really am.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
have
you
a set
probably are.
routine every single game. I like the same of everything, but my hair is the most important thing. If it don't feel right, I'm not going on that pitch.
Yeah, I don't think I'm as like anal about it as you. Like I used to always
Yeah.
just have my hair in a pony, didn't I? But I think now
I'm pre-wrap. You used to wear pre-wrap.
I still
all the time.
do for
You have a bun
games.
now.
But recently I've
hair's
been wearing a
short,
bun
though.
because I've had my hair cut, so the pony's quite small. And then I just thought, I wear it in a bun every single day at training. Why am I straightening it for a game? It's just
Should
going to
have
get
been
soaked.
thought
So I've
then.
just been slapping it up in a bun.
When you said my hair's short now, I was thinking
Take
in
me
my
back
head,
to when I was 10.
My Little Pony. What the
I thought you
advert
were
was
talking,
that?
taking me back to a 10-year-old when I had like short back and sides.
Oh, we will get that picture
No, we
out as well.
won't.
We will. We're finding that picture. So yeah, hair is massively important, and it's always the same for me. Always, always.
But it is frustrating when you don't get it right, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it drives me
awful.
insane.
Right, Aaliyah from Ipswich. If you're not in training or match kit, what are you wearing? Catch me in a trackie. I will be in some form of tracksuit.
Oh, your
Comfort.
bikini recently.
But bikini recently.
I'd be in my recovery tights, thank you.
I will be in a trackie.
No, I'd literally be in shorts and a hoodie, which I'm
Yeah.
actually wearing right now. You can't see my legs, but I do have shorts on all year round. Snowing, raining, wind, I'm in shorts.
Yeah, comfort for me, always. Always, always,
day.
always.
Oh, we do
Good
dress up
question.
occasionally.
Every now and again.
Every now and again when we get an opportunity. Ben from Exeter, would you rather have, oh, we like these, would you rather?
Oh, I love a would you rather. Do you remember when we were on the bus somewhere and I just kept reading them off and there was mad
Yeah,
ones?
but yours were crazy.
Yeah, horrible. I won't ask any
Some
of them.
can't be repeated on here, but
Yeah, no.
we might
Wild.
do a session on that actually. Would you rather? We'll do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben's is, would you rather have footballs for hands or footballs for feet? Imagine footballs for feet.
Basically do, to be honest. Yeah, but imagine having footballs for hands. Oh, you
can't-
bop everyone out of the way. It's brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah, I
You're
think
annoying.
footballs for hands for sure. For sure.
I can't do my hair though.
Oh, well.
I'd rather have it for feet, I think. I need my hands.
Okay, well, I think it'd be funny to have them for your hands. I can just start.
Yeah, but you'd just be smashing people in the
Yeah,
face.
great time.
Move.
You're annoying me.
Nice one, Ben.
Yeah, keep the would you rathers coming because
Yeah.
we live for those moments. Right, Michelle from Buckinghamshire, what is your go-to cheat meal? See, this for me is a toughie because there's so many things that I like. Big
Yeah.
foodie.
Massive foodies.
We're both for foodies, aren't we?
Right, let's do the full cheat. Start, main, dessert.
Right. I don't know, you know. I really don't know. What about if we did a death row meal? Starter,
Alright.
main, dessert, last meal
Okay,
you're having. Starter, main, dessert, go.
last meal.
Do you want to do it one-on-one or you and then me?
One and one.
Go on then. What's your starter?
I do like calamari.
That's mine. Yeah.
What a surprise.
Oh, shock.
Oh, shock. Horror. Right, calamari.
Main. This is a tough one for me, but I think I would have, right? People are going to think I'm just loopy. Either like a pie, like a steak and ale pie or something like that,
Girls.
or shepherd's pie with extra mash, loads of thick gravy and
If
peas.
you don't have thick gravy,
No,
there's a
don't
problem.
speak to me.
Don't even waste
Don't
the gravy.
even bother. When you go out for dinner and you get Sunday
like
roast and it's
water.
like that jus.
Yeah.
No, I want gravy. Thick gravy. Never doing that. Anyway,
We've
so
both
that would
picked
be...
northern meals.
Yeah.
'cause
What's your meal?
Mine would be
I bet it's that venison thing, innit, that you have
venison
at home.
casserole
Yeah.
with dumplings and then one of those massive Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
Slap it all in. Thick gravy. Bosh.
Sounds unreal. Pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding. You know me.
See,
I'm a sucker for
I
it.
like that. I like that, but I think because we have it on so
Custard.
many away trips now, I'm a bit like, ugh.
Yeah, but
And you know
I'll
what I'm
take it
like?
to a
If I
good
have
place for
something
it.
that a lot, I'll get a bit fed up with it.
Not when it's good though.
I don't know what I would pick for dessert. I think I'd pick a creme brulee. I just had to take it from northern Yorkshire food to really posh creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
That's a good question, that is.
That is very good. We are big foodies.
Max from Croydon. If you weren't a footballer, what would you have been? I know yours already, but
Go on.
something with horses.
Correct.
But I don't really know what.
I was just about to go into my instructing and then Chelsea offered me my contract, so then I kind of had to do a little detour. But I will detour back. But I obviously can't do my instructing qualifications because I have to do a ridden. So when I retire, then I will go back into that. And then I would like to run my own yard. What about you?
See, I don't know, you know, this is a tough one because it's all I've ever known, football.
Yeah.
And obviously in the stage of my life that I'm in now, it's kind of something that I really have to think about.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. Like, I'm interested and passionate in so many things, like charity and stuff like that, charity work and stuff like that. But ultimately, I don't know.
Maybe you don't have to choose. And
Maybe it'll choose me.
And maybe you don't have to have one thing. Maybe you can be a little butterfly.
Exactly. So
Hopping
I don't
around.
know. I don't know what I would have been. Probably a little chav.
Anyone want to buy a loo
I probably would have been selling loo.
Remember
No one wants to buy them because they're shit. I probably would have been her.
That's
Delete
something we
that.
used to
Delete
do.
that.
No, keep that in. Me and Rachel used to do that just for the context of the viewers.
Thanks a lot, Rachel.
We used to do
Remember
that on
one?
every single camp. Yeah, there's two things. Thanks a lot, Rachel, with the iPad. Thanks to you, my iPad thinks it's yours.
Got used to your charging. It's not charging mine.
And then anyone want to buy a loom band?
It's getting bored here.
Hannah in Nottingham. What's your dream holiday destination? Very good question. Either a place you've already been or you want to go to in the future. I tell you what, top 3 places and then your favourite place that you've been. Top 3 that you want to do, you want to explore, and your best holiday place that you've been.
Right, okay. So
Start with the best place where you've
best place
been.
I've been. That's a tough one, you know.
Well, you've been doing an awful lot of travelling
I have,
lately, so
haven't
I
I?
can
Yeah.
imagine this question's a bit tricky.
It is tricky because there's so many different reasons why I love different places. But I think, weirdly, I went to Idaho when I was in America, and it wasn't really a holiday, but I went to visit with some friends who I lived with out in LA at the time. And one of the first times in my life where I've just felt like absolute peace. And it was on a lake and it was beautiful sunshine. Then I went back at Christmas and it was pure snow. So it was like, it was not, I don't think it was necessarily my favourite destination, but it was just something that I'd go back to that moment and think like I was in a constant state of like peace.
Yeah.
And it is really beautiful, but I wouldn't say it is the best place I've been to, but for that reason, I would probably say it's got sort of a nice feel to it. I do really like Egypt. That reminds me of my dad a lot, so I think that
was lovely. I've been there. That was really, really nice.
Number 1 place I want to go to is Fiji. But having said that, I don't know if I can do that travel again. Australia absolutely wiped me out.
You will do it.
I will do it at some point. Fiji.
You only got
I want to go to Hawaii.
Yes.
100%. And then
Final place.
Final place.
These are some good places, by the way. Am I invited on any?
I think, yeah, all of them. I think maybe like the Caribbean, I'd like to explore a bit more.
Nice.
Like somewhere like that. Anyway, your turn.
Right.
It's not about me.
My favourite place is, again, people might think this is not like the best place to go, but just if I think back to my childhood, the best place to go was France. South of France, Biarritz, incredible. Every day on the beach, surfing. I just remember going in with my dad. Like, me and my sisters would be bodyboarding, then we'd try surfing, then we'd be in the rock pools, like catching like little like octopus, and I remember my dad used to put it on his head and like we'd be faffing around.
It's memories, isn't it? I feel like that's what you
good.
link to the place that you like.
Every day, Rach, all day, we'd literally get back. We used to tent and caravan, and I absolutely loved it. Like, no hotels as a kid. Like, we were like, I loved tenting, loved it. And then we'd get back up, dad would stick the Barbie on, and then you'd just be there, like, you'd still be in your beach stuff, and you'd just be like, no care, like, whatsoever. Honestly, absolutely loved it as a kid. Like, my favourite memories. So for that reason, and there were so many things we did as a family in France. We did this is where people shouldn't say they can horse ride if you can't horse ride, because it's dangerous, and it actually ruined our trip a little bit. So when we went to France, we went on a trek. I was super little. My legs only just came to the bottom of my saddle. I was on like a horse, like it was so big for me, but we all could ride. So my mum was like, yeah, she'll be fine, like stick her on it. And my sisters were both riding and my mom. And then we had these other like couple people riding. And I was only little, but I was like, she can't ride. This is going to be a disaster. So anyway, you have to follow the guide through, like we went in the river. And if you don't follow him, it drops down. So then your horse is going to be swimming. And it was so sick. Like, I just remember the water being like so high, like we were all in, and he was like, right, we're galloping now, like we're on the open stretch. When I tell you this chick set off, she was in the bushes, like her horse was going everywhere. It bucked her off. She was in the sand because she'd been in the water. She was like just black from head to toe. Like, and then in the end, he was just like, get back on. Like, you're gonna have to carry on. You're ruining the trek for everyone else. Because if you could ride, you went on the fast one.
Yeah.
If you couldn't ride, and she was like, yeah. And I could see straight away where she was holding the reins. I was like, Mom, she's gonna fall off. But best place ever, like so good. So yeah, definitely. I'd love to buy a little place out there, you know, little holiday home. And my top 3, Thailand. You know, I love elephants. I want to go to the sanctuary out there and do a little bit of like, is it like the hiking or just like the rural side?
You've just reminded me of another one that I want to do. I've added loads to the list. A safari in South Africa.
Yes!
We can do that together.
Okay, that's ours. Yeah. Number 2, that's ours. That's a bestie trip. And my third one, I would have said like a cruise, Caribbean cruise. Because I've always wanted to do a cruise. But I think I'd be a little bit scared.
Yeah,
though.
it's not for me, that.
But I want to do it.
And you'd feel sick. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You'd get seasick.
All right, maybe I'll just go on a holiday there then.
Yeah, with me.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So that's it. But yeah, lots to travel, really. Loads of places to go.
Exactly. Right, last one. Laura from Weymouth. What are each of your guilty pleasures? I'm guessing it'll be a TV show or a film, maybe. It's not a film for me. I'm not a film person. Am I, Millie?
Clearly not, because she's never watched Chicken Run.
I might have when I was little, but I just don't know.
Give me a line out of Chicken Run, because if you've watched Chicken Run, you'll know.
Something about a pie.
I don't want to be a pie.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Chickens are unbelievable. And I watched the new Chicken Run as well with my mum. Sick. So good.
So is that your guilty pleasure, films?
My guilty pleasure is probably, I still love like cartoons.
Oh, see, this is where we're so different. Like that stuff pisses me off.
Do you know when
like,
I go out?
Kids movies and stuff like Disney. No.
Polar Express.
No.
You better believe I'm watching that.
Absolutely not.
I'm watching Disney all day, every day.
It's so like normal for people to do that, isn't it? Like I know so many people that love that. And I'm like, why would I want to watch an animated series? Like, just watch real people.
No, like Family Guy and stuff like that. You know, when I leave the house, I leave Scooby-Doo on for the dogs.
You should put Bluey on for them.
I leave Scooby-Doo on.
You know that they can see that? Dogs can watch Bluey.
Really?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. Is that what it's called? Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's probably mine.
Yeah.
And the fact that I could sit and scroll on TikTok for probably, I reckon I could do an 8-hour streak me on TikTok.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe we should set a challenge.
Oh, I'd get so, but I'm not into that really. I don't.
And like just laughing to myself. That sounds so sad. I can actually just laugh at myself though.
Yeah.
I'll just be watching TikTok and laughing.
Mine would be delving into a proper sick TV series.
Oh, yeah, my attention span's gone.
Like my
That's why I like cartoons.
Exactly. I love like an intense like murder mystery or something like that. Like I love a 6-parter. So it's 6 episodes, but like I need another season. I hate when I get to the end of an episode, end of a season, and it's like, oh, there's no more. So I'll find a show that I like to watch based on how many episodes there is.
That's why we can't
But I
watch.
also can't stand it when there's like 10 series. It's like, come on now.
You know, I'd be pecking your brain going, what's this? What's that?
Yeah, what's happening? Why is this?
Just watch the thing,
Yeah,
Millie.
exactly.
Cartoons, quick. My
Like I
brain loves
love,
it.
like, did you not watch Happy Valley? Oh, that is such a good, that's a good one.
No.
You'd like that. You'd
I was
like that.
watching Family Guy, South Park. You killed Kenny. You best.
I know that because my brother used to watch South Park when I was growing
Go
up.
on, Andy boy.
So TV show for me and a little cartoon something or other
Just
for Millie.
easy watches. I'm not going to concentrate.
Okay, so each their own.
Unless it's TikTok, I'm concentrating. Shh, don't talk to me.
Yeah. No, Millie is the most annoying person ever. When she's on her phone, it's like nobody else in the world exists other than what's on her phone.
Or I'll repeat what you've just said. And
Yeah, and I've just asked.
I'll not have processed it.
drives
You've
me
asked me, I'm like,
nuts.
oh, do you want to go and do that? But you're like, I've just asked you that 3 times.
Nightmare. But that's all we've got time for.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to the next Q&A.
Would you rather's, foodies, holiday
Yeah,
destinations.
get them in.
Guilty pleasures. We love it. Guys, if you do want to send your questions in, please send them over to dailybrightness@goalhanger.com, or you can use the hashtag dailybrightness on socials.
Have a lovely weekend, everyone.
See ya.
Ta-ra.